Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. Today we are having a look at a pack from German company Tasmanian Tiger, and this is the Grab Bag 30. Now I first got my hands on this at both Enforce Tack in IWA this year, and there's just something about it, and I knew I really had to make some content on this. So the bag itself is designed, it's for military use, but it's designed more for escape and evasion. So hopefully some of you may remember, I think it was last year, I made some content on the Tasmanian Tiger survival bag, which although it's not a scaled down version of this, it's a very similar version, same type of bag in the area that it's designed to be used in. But it's just a smaller version of this. So if you're a fan of the survival bag, there's a very good chance that the Grab Bag 30 will, just be perfect for you. Now, full disclosure, here in the UK, I'm a UK ambassador for Tasmanian Tiger. I did purchase this with my own money. All of the views in this piece of content are mine. The only thing that the kind of Tasmanian Tiger ask for is just for some honest content, which is what I do with all of my videos anyway. But yes, it's a full disclosure at the beginning of this. Now, less of me waffling. Let's turn the camera around and take a closer look. So as we usually do, we'll talk about some measurements, or at least capacity. We'll talk about some materials and some colours, and then we'll get into the actual pack itself. Now, as far as your measurements are concerned, I'll leave the exact measurements down here at the bottom, but this is a 30 litre pack. For me, 30 litres is the absolute sweet spot for a lot of different things, and I think for everyday use, kind of 20 to 25 is perfect. I like a bag that I can do a little bit more with, so 27 to 32 for me is my sweet spot. 30, absolutely perfect. As far as materials are concerned, Tasmanian Tiger don't scrimp on materials. They are designed to be used by military, by law enforcement, by so many different things. So for civilian use, it's probably too much, but at the end of the day, you know, if you're paying decent money for a bag and it's going to last you, then who cares? So main material from the outside of this is made from a 700D CORDURA. 700Ds, it's a rare denier for packs. Generally, they're either, somebody wants them to be super robust, but generally quite heavy at 1000D, or they want them to be a little bit lighter, and they're happy for them to be not as robust. Even though that sounds, it's an onomatopoeia just saying it, really, isn't it? Because it not being, no, it's oxymoron, isn't it? It's an oxymoron, but the fact that 500D is still freaking robust. So 700D is a good sweet spot in between those. You're getting similar robustness that you get to 1000D, but you're getting also similar weights that you get with 500. All of your hardware, all of your plastics on here, so you're all Woojin Plastics, amazing South Korean company that make absolutely amazing plastics. Never had any issue with Woojin before. All of your zippers on here, so on the outside you have these big beefy, what size is this? Must be at least a size 8 or a size 9. Oh, I can't quite see, but I'm guessing that's got to be at least a size 8 or 9 zippers. These are the newer RC style zippers, which are nice and buttery smooth, but they're also very good at not getting dust and debris into them, which is great. All of your main compartments have these zips, and then your smaller ones, these on the front, have them as well. Absolutely perfect. You've got some hook and loop here on the front, which is nice. There's some 550 paracord that does come with this, and a pinch buckle, and then there's some air mesh here on the back as well. I will say that Tasmanian Tiger's air mesh, whoever they get it from, is also great. Now, as far as colours are concerned, there's kind of 4 colours, but really there's 5. So what you've got is, so this is the coyote brown or the brown tan, forget how it's called. There's one in black and there's one in OD green, but there's 2 versions in OD green. You have OD green and then you have the IRR OD green. So if you are wanting to use this and you're concerned about your footprint under certain light spectrums at night, then there is an IRR version of that. So they're your flat colours, and then you've also got this in multicam as well, which is nice if you are going to be using it for actual military use. Now getting into the features as I usually do, starting off at the bottom, and I'm happy to say, so Tasmanian Tiger have added some lashing points onto the bottom here. Now rather than it being like other companies do where you've got a dedicated piece of webbing and then like a clip, instead they've just made it so that it's nice and simple. But what it means is that on the bottom of here, when you put this down, there's nothing to kind of bang as you put this down. So instead they've just added some PALS webbing, so you have some PALS webbing across here and PALS webbing across here. You do get this 550 paracord with this, you get it, and you also get two of these little pinch kind of pulls, whatever they're called. So if you wanted to use this on the bottom, then you can put it on there. So I don't know, let's say you're out hiking and you've got some walking poles, maybe you're out hiking and you've got a lightweight jacket that you're constantly taking on and off because of the changes in temperature or the wind that picks up, you can attach that to the bottom, put something on there, and then yeah, you're good to go. Or maybe it is that you are using this for something where you're going out into the hills for a few days. 30 litres is perfect for say a couple of days, 2 or 3 days. You've got a bedroll or a lightweight kind of system that you want to attach to the bottom, then of course you can do. Now for me, I've been using this on the front. I keep wanting to say bungee cord. It's not bungee cord, it's 550 paracord. But you can put this through the front here, and again, if you've got a jacket, taking it off, put it on the front there, and then you can quickly change between those. Now the way that these attach, and hopefully you'll have noticed that as far as that military look and feel that you get with a lot of packs like this front would be absolutely caked with PALS webbing. There's no PALS webbing on here apart from the bottom. So again, for that kind of sear look where you need to be able to disappear into the background, it doesn't have that PALS webbing, or at least you can't see it because this is underneath. So on the front instead, down the right and down the left hand side here, you have some daisy chaining. So they've got some thinner webbing, probably about say maybe 4mm webbing, daisy chain down the front here, so you can put these on. So if you wanted to take this off and you wanted to have it on here, then you can have it on at the top. The only thing is, it's just not long enough. If you wanted to do the whole front, it's just not long enough. But I mean, you can pick up probably 30 meters of paracord off Amazon for, I don't know, a tenner. So it's not much to be able to add this yourself. For me, just been keeping it down here at the bottom. Now just where this is, here you have a bottom pocket. So on the front you have 2 pockets. Rather than all of that PALS webbing on here, this is for instant easy access for you to be able to get things. Pocket here at the bottom, I have, actually I'm going to take this out because I am going to come to this in a second. So on the bottom here, now this is probably about 8 or 9 inches deep. I can put my glasses case into here, hard case, and it will stand up. The one at the top here, what have I got in here? I've just got my, actually I've got a knife in there, and I've got my car keys in here. So quick access stuff. If you maybe want to put some food in here, then you can put stuff in there, so that while you're out and about, you just grab whatever that you need to get. Now getting back to this, so this is a rain cover, and I like the fact that they've added this. If there was anything that I would change, there's 2 slight things, and they really are just little bugbears. The first one's this, so I'm glad that they've added this. There's a little pouch that this is in, and then you can fold this out, and there's your rain cover. Now the pack itself does have a DWR coating, so CORDURA has a DWR coating that if it gets wet, it will just kind of bead off, but there's a point where that will saturate through it and eventually it will get inside. There's no taped seams on here, so instead they provide you with a rain cover. You take this off, slip it over, and then you're good. The rain cover matches the colour of the bag, whichever one you pick up, and it's reversible, so on the inside or outside, whichever way you look at it, it's all this solid colour. But if you do need to be seen, if it is for escape invasion and you're at that point where you need to be picked up, then there is a bright orange band on the front so that it will help you to be seen. The only thing that I would change, if possible, because I really do like this bag, and I am just being really picky. On a lot of other bags, what you'll have here on the bottom is you'll have like a little zip that you can undo and you can pull this out so that it's attached to it. I'd just do that. I'd add a zip onto it so that you can't misplace this, because I could leave this here today, go home and think, damn it, grand where you left that. Whereas if it was attached through that zip pocket at the back, I think that would be great. Again, I'm being really picky with that. I can't find any other faults. Actually, there is another one, but you can actually fix that one yourself. So yeah, so they're the two front pockets. Now in front of each of these, the smaller pocket at the top has a morale patch section on here, and then here at the bottom there is a smaller one. The zips, as I mentioned, buttery smooth. They have one of those, I forget what you call it, like the electricians put on them so that you then burn it and it shrinks onto it. So yeah, being able to pull these nice and simple. Now as far as external pockets on this pack is concerned, these are the two only external pockets. Some of you might be thinking, well, do you know what, I really would prefer something here on the side. This might simply not be the pack for you, but with Tasmanian Tiger, with the amount of packs that they've got, then you will be able to find that one for you. The main reason that they don't have these on the side is they wanted this to be something that if needs be, you could put on the floor, rip it open, and it just splays butterflies, clamshells open, and that you can get into everything. That's the idea and the reason why there isn't anything on the side, but as I mentioned, Tasmanian Tiger have got a lot of different very cool bags that will have one that will suit your needs. Now as far as the sides are concerned, you do have two compression straps, so you have two here on this side, two here on this side. Woojin buckles and plastics on these. These are great. So like with a lot of these, this one here at the top, if you need to get into this panel, you can fold this down and it will stop that zip from going all the way down. It's not unique to Tasmanian Tiger. A lot of companies do that, and it works very well for all of them. The buckles on here though, although this is a military pack and it's less military looking, side straps like this give off I'm military, even though they're on a lot of kind of just consumer normal bags. So if you wanted to, you can take these off. So this one here at the side, oh, how do I do this? You pinch this, and then anyway, you can take this off, and then here on this side you can also take this off as well. So if you wanted to look less military looking, then you can even take these off, and it should do that. One of the things that I do like about this bag as well is, so you have your top grab handle, which is awesome, but you also have grab handles here and here as well. If you wanted to, you could take all of this suspension system off. So if you wanted to use this just as a kind of a briefcase kind of thing, the modularity that you get with this is actually quite high compared to a lot of other bags. So yeah, take these off, take the straps off at the back, and you can just use it as like a briefcase. Now, anything else on the outside before we go into the inside? No, I don't think there is. So, right. As far as compartments are concerned, this is a 2-compartment pack. So you have your main compartment here at the back, and then you have a secondary compartment here at the front. With these, as previously mentioned, so these are designed so that you can put this down onto the floor, just got to coating that around, rip this open, and the whole thing will open so that you can get into everything. If you're the type of person that likes to be organised to the nth degree, this is an absolute wet dream for you. Now on the actual compartment itself here on the back, and these all do come with this, by the way, so everything that you're seeing here today, apart from the little pouches and things that I mean, you don't get my car keys when you purchase one of these, is included with this. So all of these little pouches here at the back, these are all small rip open, kind of rip off pouches, and then you've got zips on these. The front on these has this mesh on here as well, so just in case you don't have something on the front to say what it is, you might have, say, a med kit in here, you might have your what you call it, where your toiletries, that sort of stuff, then you can see through this. But if you need to, you do have some tape on here so that you can write on it, or if you've got some other tape that you've already written onto so that you can move these between, then you can do that. If you wanted to though, you can completely take all of these out. So what you get is you have two smaller ones, and then you have two of these larger ones that will sit on top of each other, and they all sit perfectly as well. So if you need to rearrange it so that you have the smaller ones in the middle and then a larger one on top, they will all fit perfectly in there. I'm just going to put those down there for a second. This whole back panel is completely hook and loop. If you want to put additional things into here, maybe you've got a gun system that you want to add to this, then you can do that as well. Then in the flap that comes down, you have additional organisation in here as well. So you have, there's 4 pockets, yeah, there's 4 pockets. So you have this top pocket here. I actually got my pens and pencils in here from when I was using this while I was out the other day. So you have your top pocket there, and then here you have, call these lateral pockets because these open through the side. So you have a large one here, and it has that same mesh on the front, whereas with this one opens the opposite way. So if I was to open this now, they would fall down, but you have 1, 2 bits there. But I guess if you're lying this down flat on the floor and ripping this open, it doesn't matter that each one of these is kind of orientated in different directions, because you've got what you need. Pull it back up again, pull your zips back up, and then you're off, and then you're out. So again, as I mentioned, if you're into organising, these are just going to be absolutely perfect for you. Now in the main section, now I'm calling this the main section mainly because this one is, I don't know what the exact ratio is between them. I'd say probably this is maybe 60% of the pack, and then this front one is probably about 40% of the pack. That's just kind of a thumb in the air kind of guess. But this again, so I've got some gloves. I'll be testing these out on Moorlander Tactical soon if you want to see some gloves. So on this, then you've got similar. So you have this large main compartment. Now in here, I'm going to actually put this back up again because you have a strap here at the top. So if you've got a lot of stuff in this section like I have now, but you just want to be able to get something out quickly. Let's say this is on your friend's back, you're both out, whatever it is that you're doing, and there's something in here and you want to open it, but you don't want everything to spill out. You've got this strap here at the top, so you can open it up, you can get in, you can find what it is there, whatever it is that you want, and then you can close it back up again. If it is that you want a full, you've put this down on the floor and you've full clamshelled it, when you open this up, it's right there. So you grab this, pinch it to open it, rip it open, and then you've got instant access to everything that you have on the inside. Now on this front panel, this is the bit that folds down. If I grab one of these again, these will also stick to this as well. So you have 2 rows of hook and loop here, so that you can kind of change these. So it might be that you've got a couple on the front, a couple here in this main compartment, but then you also have, hopefully if you can see here, this is the same mesh that's on the front of each of those pouches, and there's in the pockets on the front of this. So if you want to put something in here as well, then you can get into that. So this one goes the full length of this and is the full depth of this as well. It does also come up into here. Now also then on the back, hopefully you can see on the back here, this is full hook and loop as well, but you've also got some PALS slots into this. So if you want to be able to put something onto here that is hook and loop, but you need to make sure that it stays on there, I don't know, maybe there's a radio system if you were in the military that you could add to this, then that will make sure that that doesn't move around with the hook and loop. On the inside, and I do like this feature as well, so if you can see, just so there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, you have these small little webbing loops, which is the same webbing loops that you have here. Now this is a proper, what you call a traditional daisy chain, whereas these are just small loops. So you can take that paracord that comes with this, attach something onto this, then use your paracord on here to batten it down again, just to make sure whatever it is that's on there isn't going to move. But again, and I'll keep dropping this on the floor, but if you've got some of these, then you can attach that here to there as well, and you're all good to go. Again, I guess if you've got some sort of weapon system that you want to attach to this, then you can do that too. As far as hydration is concerned, they've got you covered with hydration. just behind here, if you can see here at the top, there's your hydration loop, so if you want to attach something to that. And then you've got an actual dedicated hydration bladder sleeve. You could, if you wanted to, you could actually fit a laptop into here. I can't fit my 16-inch laptop into it. It's just a little bit too big, or at least it's too deep. But I reckon a 14, maybe 15-inch laptop would be able to fit into this. It's not really designed for that. It's designed for you to put your hydration bladder in there, and then at the top you've got a bit for your hose to come out, and then that will come out through the top. Behind this, then you have a frame sheet in here. It's a fairly standard kind of resin plastic frame sheet, but then down the middle of that you've got an aluminium spine to make sure that it curves to your spine. So yeah, so that's the main compartment. Now I am going to actually put this back in how Tasmanian Tiger intended it, but then I was just about to say how God intended it. So that you've got that section, and then here at the top there is your top grab handle. Here at the back, that's where your hydration bladder comes out, and then there is also a small handle here. So if you're in the toilets, there's nothing worse than being in the toilet. You've got to hang your bag up if you're going in for a dookie. Sometimes these bags don't reach where the watch it is, so instead you can use this one as well. It just makes it a little bit easier. Now, last but not least, the suspension system and the back panel on this. Over the last 3 or 4 months, I've done some good walks with this. I've done some walks where I've just had it filled for what you'd consider to be just an everyday walk, just out in the moorlands, just on a day walk. But I've also put some weight into this as well. So when I ruck on a Monday morning, me and my buddy ruck, we do about 5k. It's just a quick kind of, well yeah, it's just a quick 5k. I take about 40 pounds with me, so I put that weight into this, went out, absolutely nailed it. I will say that the suspension system on this is excellent. I really do like the suspension system on this. I don't know what makes it different. Well, actually I do. Let's go through that now. So the way that this is set up, so it is fully customizable. Dependent on your height and your back length, you can move this up and down. It's very easy to do. It's similar to how a lot of companies do that. They've not really invented the wheel with this, but they've just put their own. This is what we call our Y2 system. It's shaped like a Y, hopefully you can see that there. But if you want to, you can undo this, pass it back through, move this up and down. I have this on the slot that it came in when it came to me, and it's, you know, it's just perfect for my back. I did try it on a couple of others just to make sure, but turns out this one's just the right length. But the way in which where it attaches, rather than having them so that it's attached to the bag here at the top, here and then comes over your shoulders, it's more similar to like a yoke system where it comes from the center of your spine and then spreads out over your shoulders. So what that means is, instead of just it clamping down over your shoulders here, it does spread that weight across the back of your shoulders, then onto your shoulders and then round. In practice, what that means is that it just feels more kind of ergonomic as you're walking with it. What that then means is that your gait doesn't change because you haven't got something on your back that feels wrong and you have to adjust your walking gait to do that. Which then means that you don't waste more energy. It then means that there's not as much wear and tear on your back, which is all of those together, which is why, as far as the suspension system is concerned, although it's not some super kind of advanced one, it really does work. On the back panel, actually, so the suspension system itself comes up over the shoulders, and hopefully, as you can see, as I have that there, it does a very good job of holding this in place. The reason that it does that is here at the top you have some load adjusters, so dependent on how close you want this to your body, which really the answer to that always should be as close to your body as you possibly can do. So when you have this on, pull your load adjusters because they come just over your shoulders here, pull those down, cinch that into place, and it's good. But as you can see, it just keeps those straps up like that, which is nice. The padding on these really does feel like a closed cell padding. I don't know that for sure, but I'm pretty sure that it is. On the outside you have a D-ring here which you can pass your load adjuster through. Keep that in place, stop it from kind of blowing around in your face. But then on the front of there you have some laddering, so if you have some comms that you want to attach to there, then you can do. Or if it's not being used for military use and you want to put a light on there, or you want to put a drinks bottle on there, then you can do. But what the ladder system also works with is with the sternum strap. So the sternum strap you can remove if you want to. I would always advise never to remove a sternum strap because they're there for good reason. But yeah, so if you wanted to, you can move this. You can move this up and down. Have this on the lower one. Then underneath here you have some silent drops. So you have your quick release buckles here, but what they've done is they have this, it's just elastic that goes over them, so that when you've got this on, should you be in a situation where you quite literally have to ditch this for your escape and evasion kind of thing, you have to ditch this and you have to go somewhere else, maybe you'll circle back around to pick this up, or it's kind of expendable. If it is that you need to make sure that you're not making as much noise as possible, then you can kind of open these out, and it really is silent when these drop off. If you want to though, you can lift these up and out of the way. What it also means is that if you've got other items that you've got on you that kind of that will be hitting against this, because it's got this elastic over there, it just means that anything knocking against this is silent as well. Now I did mention that there was a couple of things that I would change. Now the first one, and this is a very easy one for Tasmanian Tiger to do. So when you get these straps, the straps themselves, and I've seen quite a few companies that are doing this now. So instead of having like a clicker here at the bottom, there's a D-ring and then the strap goes through this. So when you originally get the strap on this, on the inside, it's gone through this way, and this bit does rub against you. I've had this on some other packs from other manufacturers, and you kind of get it at the bottom of your spine, and it just rubs. It's not at the bottom of your spine, it's just kind of over your love handles, but this bit does rub on here. So on the outside this bit's reasonably flat, which doesn't rub, and then on the inside this is where that bit crosses over, which does. Super simple. And Tasmanian Tiger, if you're watching this, go back to your factories, and when they put the straps on here, this is how you stop it from doing it. All you have to do is take the strap off and put it in the other way around. So now on the inside here, I've got this smooth bit that doesn't rub on you, and then on the outside bit, this is the bit where that stitch goes over and you've got that cross bit. This bit doesn't rub on you. Now I had to redo this one, which I had to do some mental gymnastics this morning to try and work out how I'd done it. It's not difficult at all. When you pull it out from here, if you pull it out this way, when you put it back in, push it back in the other way, and you'll be able to see how you do it. In fact, no, I'm not going to do it now, but you just undo this, undo that, undo it, push it back in the opposite direction, and then push that back in, and then yeah, you're good to go. Now what you may have also noticed as well, on here there is a waist belt. The waist belt it's just a 40mm waist belt. It's not really kind of a load bearing one, it's more for stability. What I've been doing with this actually is just turning this round, especially when there's something in my pack, putting this on the outside like that, and then it just kind of keeps it out of the way, so instead it's not just kind of flopping around the inside. Now the last bit, which I was kind of touching on before, is the back panel. I really do like, again, the back panel on this. So this is really nice and well cushioned when you're out walking. Although yes, it does not stop you from sweating. It does a very good job of allowing air to flow through here. I've done some very hot walks where the grass is almost yellow, and again, have been very hot, and I have sweated whilst doing those walks, but when I took it off, it allows it to evaporate quicker, it allows it to dry quicker as well. But you've got a channel that goes all the way down the center of here, which is indented in from this. So again, just that air being able to get up and down your spine is great. Last little thing to point out is, so although I mentioned you have this waist belt, if you wanted to, if you have a proper decent waist belt that you want to put in here, it does have a pass-through with Velcro on the inside, which is an absolute ball ache to wrestle to get it in there. But if you wanted to put a decent load-bearing waist belt through here, then you could do that as well. I'm kind of smitten with this bag. I know I get smitten by a lot of bags that I test out here on Moorlander EDC. I think with Tasmanian Tiger they do a lot of things right. With this, although it's not designed specifically for civilian use, as I mentioned a few times, this is for escape and evasion, because it has a lot of the military features that I like in tough, hard-wearing bags. And I know many of you like in tough, hard-wearing bags. But it takes out some of that military look and feel to them. So it's kind of the best of both worlds for that. And I get and I understand now why that kind of escape and evasion, you need something that you can rely on, but it also needs something that you can almost kind of blend into the people around you. I'm struggling not to use the term grey man because I don't think grey man's the right term for it, but yeah, I've not been in the military, so I'm not 100% too sure. But it's just being able to take something that you can get out of a situation in with a pack that you can rely on. For civilian use, that ticks every single box for me, because I'm like, right, brilliant. I want a tough pack. I want all of that kind of organisation on the inside. I want it to be modular with PALS webbing. Oh, it doesn't have PALS webbing, but it does have this, this, and this. Oh, well, that's okay, because I can take this into the office, and people are like, Rand, are you going to attack another country with this bag that you've got on today? Yeah. So there you go. I mean, that was just a bit of a waffle just about why I like this. Yeah, plus the size of this, 30 litres, anything between kind of 27 up to 32 litres is absolute sweet spot for me. Yeah, there really is a lot going for this. Now, I could waffle on for hours keeping on talking about this, but hopefully you can see through my enthusiasm why I do like this bag. Now, of course, I'll leave some links below so that you can see more from where you can get this from. Rest of the world, you've got TT US, you've got TT Germany, TT UK have just reopened their online store. It was shut down for a while, but it's now back open. So if you're in the UK, rather than having to purchase TT from the continent and then have it shipped over, you can get all of that here in the UK now, which is super simple. So I'll leave those links below. I'll leave some of my social media links below so you can see more from me here on Moorlander EDC, and my sister channel where I look at more tactical stuff. And whether you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, as always, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. This is Moorlander EDC. Today we are having a look at a bag that I've had now that I'm struggling with the sternum strap. Let's start that bit again. That's a better camera angle. I should have done that in the first place. God damn you, Randy. Sort your shit out. Fuck's sake. Anyway, let's carry on. I am a Tasmanian Tiger. What is the word? Sent to me. I purchased it from them, and of course they. No, you're an idiot. Why would you say that? That doesn't even sound right. Of course they posted it to you. Let's do that bit again. In use, this is for escape and evasion. Fucking hell, struggling with my words today, aren't I? With this, I know I get smitten by a lot of bags that I look at here on Moorlander EDC. I just need to make sure that is pushed in. I took the mic out. I need to. I think there's quite a bit for the bloopers today, but I don't think there's going to be too much, mainly because this content's going to be quite long. But anyway, I hope you're all good. I hope you're all having a good. This should come out on Sunday. I'm pretty sure this is coming out on a Sunday, but yeah. Hope you're good, and I'll see you soon. Stay tuned. We now have, for the first time, we now have channel members. So after the bloopers now, I want to say a huge thank you to our 2 new channel members. You guys rock.